I have an older brother who was basically 1 year above me in school, and he was allowed to do everything, and I just felt it wasn't fair that I'm not allowed. So I started to neglect my diabetes. Basically, I started to wonder, well, if they're not going to listen to me, then I'm not going to do as I'm told either. So I started missing out on my insulin injections and basically doing everything I shouldn't be doing. When I was younger, obviously not looking after my own diabetes, which was my fault, but it started to get me feeling down and depressed, being more upset in the days because I couldn't be allowed to do certain things. Oh, you can't do this, oh, you can't do that. And in a way, I think I was taking it out on myself. It didn't make things easier, the fact that I was a teenager and my hormones were all over the place. But as I was approaching my end years of my teenage phase, I was diagnosed of suffering from severe clinical depression. Most of the doctors or healthcare professionals that I saw blamed my diabetes. I too blame my diabetes as part of it, but also I'd lost my dad's dad and my mum's mum within 6 months of each other. And being the oldest granddaughter, that had really hit me hard. And I just felt I couldn't cope with it, and I just wanted to be happier off dead. The first time I tried committing suicide was when I was 14. I still remember the day, counting out my tablets, which were my dad's tablets, and I thought, oh, I'll take 15, one for good luck. I'd had a difficult day at school because I was trying hard to catch up what I had missed because of being ill, and I ended up having an argument with my brother. As I said, he's a year older than me, and I think we just have a bad personality clash, so it was quite difficult for me all round. Also, my diabetes was quite high. My blood sugar levels were high, so I think that makes you feel all grumpy and agitated and aggressive as well. And it's just, I didn't stop to think what to do, what not to do. I just thought, you know, I can't be bothered with all this and I'm better off dead. So I took the tablets and didn't even tell anyone. Went to bed in the evening, and the next thing I knew, I was in hospital on drips and things. And my healthcare professional from the children's hospital came round to see me. At this time I was attending an adult clinic. When the paediatrician came round, basically I just got told, if you're going to do anything like this in the future, then tell us beforehand. And I listened to him, and then I thought, yeah, right, I'm going to tell you the next time I'm going to do this, because that's the last thing I want anyone to do, is save me if I wanted to die. But I don't think there was any help really available. I mean, that was my first overdose at 14, and I took plenty more after that, and it was when I was 18 that severe clinical depression was actually diagnosed. Being diabetic and depression, I think there's always been a lack with doctors recognising that if you're diabetic you could end up with psychological problems. It's more aware now, but I still think there's still a big gap in people recognising that there could be even a slight complication of depression with regards to diabetes. There are forums that kind of you get given when you go for checkup appointments, which are to basically do with depression and anxiety. I think it's helpful if these questions could even be given to maybe parents of children, and they could interact with their children and answer these questions. I think that would be a start in picking up any psychological problems in young children, because I believe that even children can suffer from depression and not just adults. The fact I went through it at the age of 18